It goes without saying that the world we live in is full of mystery, but then again, it doesn't stop for our jaws from dropping every time a totally new civilization that might not be populated by ordinary humans and that could have predated us humans is discovered. The hitch is that some of these mystery tunnels could have genuinely been homes to extraterrestrial entities rather than just ancient humanity. Is it inconceivable that some of these tunnels could have been cut out using the primitive tools of prehistoric people so they were in some way in touch with extraterrestrial powers? Who built these tunnels, and why is it that some of them have been found to link to other worlds, by which we mean other cities and occasionally across states? What did they serve as a means for? How were these folks able to construct these tunnels with the skills and equipment they had? What do you truly know about how civilized they were? The strange, enigmatic, and extraordinary have always piqued our curiosity on this channel. Researching long-forgotten societies, conspiracies, dated ideas, and even legends that might be true is something we enjoy doing. Join us as we set out on this adventure and share our incredible discoveries with you. These topics just seem to capture our imaginations for some reason, and we are sure they excite you as well. By following our channel and liking this video, you could find out more about the Break and Discovery, ancient tunnel of mystery civilization unearthed. Also, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on any new videos, as your support will allow us to keep creating this kind of content that you love. Although it is a fantastic discovery, scholars are baffled as to what the purpose of the thousands of underground stretches that archaeologists have uncovered across Europe, from Scotland to Turkey, would have been. According to German archaeologist Dr. Heinrich Kusch, whose book The Secrets of the Underground Door to an Ancient World claims the fact that so many of these tunnels have endured for 12,000 years suggests that the original networks must have been enormous. He stated from the north in Scotland down to the Mediterranean, there were thousands of them throughout Europe. How were they built though? Who built them? Was it the primitive people with their tools? Even archaeologists find it pretty puzzling. And if you stop to think about it, perhaps the prehistoric people were not as prehistoric as we formerly believed. 2008 saw the discovery of something truly amazing. The significance of the underground realm in Mesoamerican cosmology and architecture was further demonstrated by this discovery. The excavation site turned up a stone temple hidden amid a network of underground caves beneath the Yucatan Peninsula. The Mayans supposedly thought there was a path in the subterranean cave that led to the fabled city of Xibalba. But that's not all. A complicated network of tunnels was discovered in the Mayan pyramid complex at Tikal, which is located in modern-day Guatemala. These tunnels, which were uncovered in the 20th century, seem to link different areas of the state. Even now, the reason it was constructed is still a mystery. The legendary Xibalba, however, is or was a location where hazardous tests were left for departed souls, according to the Mayans. Then in Egypt, Africa, a complex underground network near the Giza Plateau was found. The vast underground network was made up of man-built chambers, rivers that flow beneath the surface, and tunnels. Historians even believe that this underground network in Giza is the famous City of Gods that was portrayed in these writers' books. It is supposed to be the enormous underground cave that was described in the writings of the ancient authors like Herodotus and Strabo. Herodotus further talked about how the pyramid was about 240 feet in height and had carved animal figures. He also said that this pyramid was connected with the pyramids at Memphis by a passage. The Serapin of Saqqara, a huge complex that was the residence of Apis bulls, which were believed to be the manifestation of the god Ptah, is even more spectacular than the Egyptian underground buildings. In addition, it contains two enormous granite sarcophagi that are housed in mysterious galleries. Although no one is sure where these tunnels lead, some historians appear to think that they could be a path to another pyramid. The intricate network discovered clearly demonstrates the Egyptians' highly developed engineering abilities. This much is certain. In China, the 1992 discovery of man-made caves known as the Longyao Caves have subsequently called into question the understanding of craftsmanship and engineering that historians and archaeologists once believed they had. How did the ancient Chinese people manage to construct such a stunning cave with the kind of meticulous planning and order that is obvious in how the cave was built? Archaeologists claim that the tremendous project that went into creating the caves, which were carved out of solid siltstone, required the removal of about 36,000 cubic meters of stone. How did it get done? It is unknown. Additionally, the fact that there are no historical accounts or stories about the caves that could shed light on their origin and function because it has led to the enigma surrounding the cave remaining unsolved. The caves have perplexed archaeologists and historians alike because there are no tool marks or other evidence that any work has been done there, and suggestions have even been made as to what may have been done there. The number of underground cities in Turkey is arguably the highest, but one, in particular, has garnered the most attention. Derinkayu, which measures about 60 meters, is the most well-known underground city in Turkey. This underground metropolis has more than 600 entrances simply from the surface, and it is thought to be able to accommodate roughly 20,000 people together with their animals and food supplies. It is still unknown why it would require so many entries. The city has several elements that make it extremely livable, including ventilation shafts, wine and oil presses, stables, cellars, chapels, refectories, and storage rooms. So at least it is clear that this must have been the location of a civilization. When the Cappadocian Greeks were forced to retreat to Greece after being defeated in the Greco-Turkish War, they abandoned it. However, what is strange about this is not the fact that the rooms in this subterranean tunnel run on for miles. Instead, it is the idea that these passageways connect to more than 200 small, isolated underground cities that have been found in this area, establishing a vast underground labyrinth. Italy has a vast network of underground tunnels, known as Veii caves, that provide evidence of a civilization that existed before the Roman Empire. Although its height and the amount of labor it must have required to construct it are undoubtedly remarkable, the reason it was created is shrouded in secrecy. Of course, there are ideas about it, ranging from the idea that the culture that created or lived there valued it in some way, either religiously or ceremonial. In Malta, the hypogeum of Halsavini was discovered in 1902 when construction workers who were excavating a building happened to stumble upon what appeared to be a sanctuary. Within the underground tunnel, archaeologists have unearthed tombs, rooms of unknown function, and a main chamber that is carved into a rock with a few trilithon entrances. The fact that this chamber possesses acoustic characteristics that seem to have been designed so that the echoing sound influences human emotions make it immensely fascinating. Pablo Di Bertolis and Nicole Bisconti of the Universities of Trieste and Siena, respectively, conducted a study on this chamber that suggests that it may have been constructed in a way that improves the mystical encounters that occurred during rituals. The hypogeum contained the remains of 7,000 people, all of whom vanished into thin air after being displayed at Valletta's Archaeological Museum. Furthermore, a recent discovery in China showed that the Great Wall of China incorporates a tunnel that was used more than 600 years ago and that it is more than 13,000 miles long. The network of caves was built along the northern frontiers of Imperial China in the ancient Chinese states. Dr. Alan Maka, the lead archaeologist, stated in the days of the Ming, this was home to a tribe of nomadic horsemen. These fearsome warriors had been attacking and pillaging China for centuries. The Ming built a great wall to keep them out. He added that now, 600 years later, Chinese experts are using science and technology to reveal its secrets. They are using drone data to create a 3D model of the entire Ming Dynasty wall. It's the most complete scan ever attempted. Experts assert that although the Great Wall is initially built for protection, it also appears to have had other purposes such as border control and enabling taxes to be imposed on goods moving along the Silk Route. Additionally, it was employed to manage cross-border immigration and immigration as well as to regulate advanced trade. At least one of the cave networks has a function that has been determined. The rock-hewn cathedrals of Lalibela, Ethiopia, are another amazing example of underground construction. The 11 monolithic churches were reputedly carved directly into solid rock in the 12th century as a representation of Jerusalem. The doors, windows, columns, and embellishment of each church were originally carved out of the earth. The inventiveness of ancient African architects is showcased in the UNESCO World Heritage Site. And the underground network that links the churches adds to Lalibela's ethereal ambiance. India is also the location of some of the most intriguing underground cities that formerly housed ancient civilizations. The city of Varanasi, which is thought to be among the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world, contains a vast network of underground tunnels. These corridors are said to have been utilized by locals for a variety of activities, including trade, travel, and perhaps religious rituals. The Niars underground city in France has more than 300 man-made rooms and 2 miles of passageways. The area was originally a quarry around the 3rd century, but as locals exploited it as a haven during the Middle Ages warfare, it grew into a settlement. Ancient people's capacity to modify the earth, construct below ground, and create these complex subterranean networks spanning continents is a testament to their tenacity, inventiveness, and adaptability. More than just historical artifacts, these underground towns, structures, and cities serve as enduring reminders of humanity's ongoing struggle to advance, adapt, and endure. Which of these hidden networks left the biggest impression? How did the Mayans manage to construct the Tikal pyramids, which link various parts of the state? Were these prehistoric civilizations more advanced than we previously believed? Finally, how did the ancient Chinese construct the Long Yu caves without leaving any evidence of their use of tools? Please express your opinions in the comment box below. We'd love to hear what you have to say.